Watch this, motherfucker. Party girl! Stumped your asses! Sounds a lot like it, but it's not.
I just want to eat you up.
Please, Chad Smith, everybody. A little drummer from Detroit.
Ready-made, ready-made. Rockin' for the same slave. Ready-made, ready-made. Listen, but don't be afraid. I got a brother making trouble in the state of Caledonia. I wish I knew another way, but we're gonna have to clown you. Hell, ready-made, ready-made. Rockin' for the sake of slave. Ready-made, ready-made. Listen, but don't be afraid. If I give to you my second side, you got it.
These things make me nervous.
Just drumming all together, Chad Smith. He's my hero.
Chili Peppers fan. Drummer. She's a girl drummer.
Chad Smith. Portnoy. Gotta be good.
Roger Taylor from Queen, Eagle Cavalera, Lars Ulrich, but Chad Smith's the reason why I got into different music, because I was a heavy metal fan.
I don't have a plan. I really don't. I don't know. I got suckered into this thing somehow. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna play a little bit, some drums, and kind of just improvise and take some notes out of the air and play some music and hopefully take it somewhere and make it interesting, and then I'll be gone.
Absolutely incredible. How you feeling? You ready to rock? Who was at the concert last night? Yeah? So was I, and it was just absolutely awesome. And it's just such a pleasure to have Chad Smith here tonight. I should say that Chad is one of the busiest players on the planet. They've been touring for a whole year, and tonight is his only night off, and he made himself available to do this for us. So isn't that incredible? That's amazing. Chad, thank you very, very much. And it gives me great privilege to introduce this man to you, to the one and only Australian Clinic. Let's hear it from Mr. Chad Smith.
Hey! Oh my God. Hi, how are you? These girls follow me around wherever I go. It's great. Wow. Melbourne. Oh my God. Don't you have anything better to do on what is it, Monday? No? It's weird that I don't have 3 other little guys jumping around in front of me, but I'm just gonna play, and I don't get to do this very often. And we'll talk a little bit more, but just gonna make my way, just make sure that you can hear the drums, and then I'll get back to it, okay? Is that all right? You don't mind? Who's the most important person in the band? Most important person in the band is the drummer, right? Woo! That's right. Bass players, guitar players, singers, keyboard player. You guys would be up shit creek if it wasn't for us drummers keeping time, letting you know where the song is, where it feels good, how it should be played, so the singers can sing it at the right tempo, hopefully in tune. And the guitar players have to keep time because they can't keep time by themselves. They need the drummer kicking their ass, and the bass players, they are in just another world. Flea, he's in outer space, that guy. Come on. Drummers, every good band, and I mean, wait, hold on. Every good band doesn't have like a okay drummer, but every great band has a great drummer. And it's true. Don't think of like, let's see, Led Zeppelin, they're good, the drummer, he's good. Or, I don't know, it's the, Rush, if you like that sort of thing. Yeah, the drummer, he's so. Or the Police, or Deep Purple, Chili Peppers, there's an exception to every rule. But I'm telling you, every really good band always has a great drummer. So he's the most important guy in the group. And I'm sorry about you other guys, but that's just the way it goes, and that's the end of that story.
All aboard, stitching time. Get yours, got mine. In a minute, I'll be there. Sit tight, get square. You could do it if the Tempodrome. Slide back, trombone. Anybody got a TV phone? That's right. Oh no. When I pick up on that smell, pick it up and run like hell. Little woman said, Miss Some, better get up on your run. Everybody do the twist. Get the message on please fist. Move around like a scientist. Lay down, get kissed. Big picture and it never lies. Big daddy will advise. Ever ready in disguise. Sunset, sunrise. When I pick up on that smell, pick it up and run like hell. Little woman said, Miss Some, better get up on your run. Pick it up and run like hell. Little woman said, Miss Some, better get up on your run. All I ever wanted to was pick it up and run with you. Slip into a summer spell. Double up and run like hell. Charlie's waking to my core.
staying down at the place called the Siebel Townhouse, which I think is a storied rock hotel. And there's a little bar right down there in the lobby, small little bar. And we got in kind of late, and we were all pretty excited. And I went down to the bar, and it was pretty full, and had a few drinks, and having a good time. This woman at the end of the bar, finally, about a couple, 3 hours into it, she came over and she said, "Yeah, with the Chili Peppers, aren't you?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yep." She said, "I've been to this bar. I've seen all the bands." She says, "I've drank Slash under the table." Right? Well, good for you. That's great. She went back, sat down. A little while later, she sends a shot of Jack over to me. Knock it back. She knocks it back. 1, 2, 3 into it. And we'd already been drinking for a little while, so I had a pretty good buzz on. She looked like she was pretty drunk, so finally she said, let's go. Let's have a drinking contest. And I was much younger than she. I said, okay, sure. So the bartender's filling up these big, pretty big glasses. I'm knocking them back, 4, 5. I'm pretty drunk at this point. She goes to the bathroom, and I said to the bartender, I said, all right, we're gonna do one more, and I want you to fill it all the way to the top. A big Coke glass, all the way to the top. I want 2 of them. One all the way to the top with Jack Daniels, and the other one I want you to fill it all the way up with Coke, but just at the very rim of the other one, just rub some whiskey on the rim, right? I go, because it's getting rough. He's like, I gave him a couple bucks. 2 glasses, she comes back, she's kind of teetering around a little bit. I said, okay, come on, you think you're you can drink anybody, let's go. 2 glasses. Smells like knocked him back. 1, 2, 3, boom, knocked him back. I knocked back mine, she knocked back hers. Hers was the one with the Jack, and she literally fell off her stool. And that was it. So she was done. It was kind of a mean trick, but this is my introduction into the Aussie women and rock and roll nightlife.
How the story goes. I got a custom making
We were on tour and Dave Navarro was at the car. This was probably 96. And it was Melbourne. And Flea's grandmother was about this time, probably in her early 80s. She just passed away a couple years ago. She came to the show and, you know, in between bands, a little seat for her, a little chair for her, and I think Flea's mom was there as well. And she came out, and the lights were on, you know, because of the changeover between sets. And she came out, and the whole place like stood up and was like cheering, and she like got up and like took a bow, you know, and it was really cute and really nice. It made her feel really special. I remember after the show, somehow she'd taken a liking to me, and she told Flea, she said, you know, that Chad, he could leave his boots under my bed and eat.
Listen, but don't be afraid. I got a brother making trouble in the state of California. I wish I knew another way, but we're gonna have to clown you. Hell, ready me, rockin' for the second slave. Ready me. Listen, but don't be afraid. If I give to you
key to teching for one of the greatest rock drummers in the world is being very organized. As you can see, look at this. I mean, it's incredible. You got everything from hand sanitizer in there to used sweatbands. These might be worth some money on eBay. Actually, Chad Smith's sweaty used sweatbands there. So, I mean, you know, it's basically, and the harder it is to close, the more organized. That's what that means. Oh, well, I'll come this way. This is the Drum Extravaganza Light Up Series 2600. It's not really any of those things, I just made that up. But with the flick of a switch, only a pro can do this. Turn it on, and they should get brighter when you hit them. All very precise system.
He actually, you know, he's got a little mic and he's telling me what to play all the time.
Well, first I give him a little pep talk. You know, I kind of go, you know, Chad, you know, you're good enough, you're smart enough. Come on, let's show these people what you got. So a little something like that, you know, just words of inspiration.
And after all these years, you need that pep talk.
And then, you know, comes out here, and I go, all right, buddy, this is how it's gonna go. I want you to start off slow and heavy. Just pace yourself, don't, just hold back. And he listens to every word.
The groups in the late 60s and early 70s were like the hard rock blues bands in England were the ones that I loved and really listened to a lot. I had an older brother, 2 years older than me, who listened to all those records. So it would be, let's see, Deep Purple, Queen, The Who, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Humble Pie, awesome. Jimi Hendrix, but he's American, but Mitch Mitchell, of course. Cream, remember that one? Not so much ELP. Those kind of bands, and a lot of those bands came out of the Midlands, of the middle part of England, Birmingham and places like that, Black Sabbath and Deep Purple and the guys from Zeppelin and I mean, you know, there's something in the water. I don't know what's going on, but you know, Ian Pace from Deep Purple, a lot of you younger people maybe don't know, but you should, is an incredible drummer. A lot of these drummers had a real jazz background. because that's where they got their thing from. Because when they were kids, rock and roll was like, you know, in England anyway, skiffle groups, and you know, they were not even until the Beatles and came around, and before that, then it was blues that was coming from America. And what happened was they were fed up with, you know, Pat Boone and Cliff Richard and the Shadows and all these nice songs. And, you know, after Elvis went into the army, there was a kind of a drought in rock music. And so they just really got into American blues, and then they regurgitated in their own crazy English way and brought it back over to the States. And that's what happened to me. And all that stuff. It's an incredible time for music. It's those bands and those drummers and musicians are amazing. So I love that shit, and I still do.
Good friend of mine, Glenn Hughes, who's a bassist and vocalist for Deep Purple in the 70s, and we met, I don't know, about 5 years ago, and we become really good friends. And I've done some work on some of his records, and we got to do one at my house in Hollywood.
I'm a big Chad fan anyway, we're huge. And we got to know each other, and we've been best pals ever since. And it's great because to play with your pal, and we really hook up as a rhythm section, you know.
And they asked me, you know, would you like to play with Glenn Hughes? And I was like, yeah.
Which Glenn Hughes?
The
guy from the Village People?
The dead guy from the Village People? That might be a little difficult.
I'm gonna be honest.
You know, we'll dig him up. Set him up in a corner.
You know, when he passed away 2 years ago, Phil, they put my face in National Enquirer. And he said, and he was buried in his favorite leather chaps. So, that's for me.
Could you imagine his poor mother?
My mom's listening right now, but yeah, it was. I got some feedback on that one.
Oh, I thought you said I've got some leather chaps.
I do got some leather chaps.
Assless.
What
else is there?
Everyone?
Well, it's living in LA, isn't that David Go summer wear, isn't it? You know what? You've got your chaps on, and you're good to go in the summer. Tanning those cheeks. Oh.
Can you and then they have to go, ooh, you still got that shit in him.
I remember at the very end, I was like, "Brrrr," and I hit the cymbal.
Just like that.
I learned to read in drum music and when I was in school and just regular grade school and junior high and high school and I played in all the bands, the jazz band and the marching band and the symphonic band and I would watch this girl next to me in high school. This girl, she was really good on the snare drum, could read her ass off, sight read, Flamin' McHugh's and Swiss triplets and all that shit. And I just wanted to sleep mostly, wake up and just like rock. I was kind of doing rock. I just want to rock, and I had the rock thing going, but I wasn't so good with some of the other stuff. So I was pretty good. I would just watch her hands. Be a little late, but after a while, and then I would look at the music and I would go, okay, that's how that goes. And this is, believe me, this is not the way to learn how to read music. I think if you have good teachers, that you can really progress much quicker. If you have a good teacher, and to learn how to read is great. It's fantastic. It's like a language. If once you learn it and use it a lot, like any language, you obviously become good at it, better at it, and it's a great tool to learn many different styles of music. And I totally, recommend taking lessons from a good teacher. And are you talking? What, is your girlfriend? your imaginary girlfriend. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Boyfriend. So we, you know, teaching is really an art. It's, some people can play, like I can play, but I couldn't really teach you what I do. I just do what I do, and a lot of it's probably not technically correct, but it's you know, I'm just been playing a long time, and that's kind of my thing, and that's what I do. You know what's great? Is Pearl. I've been using Pearl and all these like people that I'm putting on the Sabian cymbals and Vader drumsticks, and they give me all my shit for free. This shit costs money. How much is this kit? 10 grand? Where's the Pearl guy? Where is he? 10 grand, right? What a fucking ripoff. Oh my God. If I would have had this when I was starting out, I might have been pretty good by the time I was like 25 or something. But I had crappy drums. Oh, I would have killed for a brand new cymbal like this. I used to steal them from some stores. But yeah, they're wonderful. I don't know. I don't even. They're the reference series, and I think that means that there's different plies of different kinds of wood. That's about as technical as I get. Although in the ads, if you read in the magazines, it says, Chad, with his prototype reference series, he was very integral in the development of these drums. Bullshit! Fuck all, don't believe any of that shit. They just send them to me, please play them on the record, please. So here's what happened. I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but I don't give a fuck. We may have to cut this out of the DVD part. And so they send me these drums because I would always use different drums. You know, when you're making a record, it's so important. The sound is everything, you know? And if they would make drums that sounded good as old drums that have been glued together and been through everything for years, just like old wooden instruments, guitars and pianos and violins, those things, the old ones, sound great for a reason. Because that wood has been glued and, you know, aged and there's nothing that can replicate that in modern technology. I don't think. So I'd used, and they have these really thin shells and they fucking sound great and they're old and Rick, our producer's like, get those drums again, Chad. Those sound great. Okay, I think you're right. And so, you know, we'd make videos and, you know, and I wouldn't be playing the Pearl drums, but they were like, they understood. So the nice people at Pearl said, we will make you whatever you want. Just tell us what it is. Can you believe this shit? What do you want? Whatever you want. It's like a good French hooker. Pay a lot of money for it. Just kidding. So I've heard. And whatever you want. I was like, okay, we'll make them thin and like just here's this grunge kit, and why don't you make it like this? And so, boom, boom, boom. They sound okay, they're good, but it just didn't sound as good. So we went back to use the other ones, but they came to take a picture, and we switched the drums, put the Pearl into the picture, and there you have it. But I use their kits, and they're very good. They've been very good to me, seriously. And they're a wonderful company, and you know, and it's free. But now I'm rich. I can afford it. What the fuck? It's nuts, right? I can buy anything I want. They give me everything now. Doesn't make sense. The first person that guesses the beat, it'll be name that beat. I'll start giving away my cymbals, okay? And pretty soon they'll all be gone, and then that'll be over. How about that? So, it's like Santa Claus. I'll try other people's songs. So you can figure these out. What's that? Iron Man, you win! No, I didn't hear that. That was too many. Listen, how about this one? Stumped your asses! Try, here we go. Oh shit, I didn't even play it right. Hold on. Nobody knows that? What? That's right. Simba, which one? This one? Where's he got? Let him down, come on. Throw it! That's fucking free, who cares? Here's one from the rock genre of what? No. I know you had it, but there was not a definite voice I could hear. What? All right, no. What is it? Isn't it like Crazy Train or something? No? I don't even know what it is. Shut up. Over the mountain. All right. Look what I've started. Then shut up with the bass drum already. I need that. Stumped your ass. Public Image Limited. Sounds a lot like it, but it's not. All right, let's see. Okay, how about Shan't be needing this anymore. Where's the You Fool No One guy? Was it you? Was it really you? Can you catch? Watch your head. Okay. Very good. All right, I'm gonna play a little bit and then yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. Have fun. Got free stuff. Free people, yeah, I got a symbol. Looking great. And again, just play from your heart and be passionate and do it because you love it, and you'll be happy in life and bring a lot of joy and happiness to everybody all around you. So good luck with everything, and I hope to see you all again. Again, thank you for supporting live music and drumming and the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chad Smith!
Thank you. Oh God, I really hyped it up. Shit. I just get so fucking nervous. Then you're just like, I'm like, God, just relax and play fucking relax like sound check. Just relax. I didn't give away the drum set. Thinking about it though. You know I was.
Thank you so much.
Nice work on the cymbal.
It's possible. Can you do my shit? Sorry, it's not boobs. See you later, man. Right. Thank you so much.
Enjoy them.
Oh, good.
Thanks, Chad. See you tomorrow night and
See
Wednesday.
you tomorrow night. Right on. All right, brother. Nice shirt.
Coming out for drinks later?
I'm gonna go out to dinner with my wife, but thanks anyway.
No,
see you later. All right, nice to meet you. Hey, how are you? Nice to see you. What's going on? You all right?
Yeah, I get